BMW 3 Series in its current generation has been around in India for a year and a half now. It's been making all the right waves thanks to its 5 Series like family design, top-notch driving dynamics and of course its extensive feature list. But BMW has decided to up the ante and add another USP to the 3 Series. Everyone, say hello to the BMW 3 Series Gran Limousine. What this is basically a long wheelbase version of the 3 Series. It replaces the 3 Series GT in their lineup and adds a full 110 mm to the wheelbase with an emphasis on offering more space to the rear seat occupants. While the 3 Series GT looked a bit odd thanks to its oddly shaped rear end, this one is a lot more subtle. In fact, if you looked at it from the front, you'd hardly be able to tell that it's actually a long wheelbase version of the car. This begs us to ask the question, is this all the 3 Series you'd ever need? Well, watch on to find out. Before we begin, here's a little reminder. Are you enjoying the content on the channel? Then do hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates from Carwale. What's more, if you want to be notified the instant we upload a new video, hit that bell icon and do leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's start with what's on offer. This BMW 3 Series long wheelbase model is being offered in 2 trim levels across 2 engine options. The trim packages comprise the luxury line, which is what we have here today, and the more flamboyant M Sport trim. The former can be had with petrol power in the 330 Li guise as well as the 320 LD guise. The M Sport trim is only available with petrol power. Both the engines are 2-litre 4-cylinder twin-turbo units mated to an 8-speed gearbox powering the rear wheels. Since the USP of this car is the space at the back, let's begin here. Step in and you'll instantly notice the additional space all around. It's not like the standard wheelbase 3 Series was exactly short in space, but having this additional room that comes courtesy of the extended 110 mm wheelbase does wonders to give a feeling of roominess in the cabin. In fact, there's so much space that even the center occupant will be able to sit comfortably, though they'll have to deal with the high transmission tunnel and the AC vents. Having this additional space also makes ingress and egress an easy task, as you just saw, and this should be appealing to those who want to sit in the back and be chauffeured around. Extended legroom apart, this BMW 3 Series in this luxury line trim gets its own vents with its own climate zone, 2 USB Type-C charging points, a center armrest with 2 cup holders as well as a storage space. However, we would have liked if BMW had added sun blinds as well as the ability to control movement of the front seat for the rear passenger. While the USP of the BMW 3 Series Gran Limousine may be the rear seats and the extra legroom that it offers, it is still a BMW 3 Series, and that means the stars of the show are up front here. Step in and you are greeted by this very luxurious leather-lined space filled with high-quality plastics. Everything falls easily to hand, and there are a plethora of buttons which may seem odd at first, but once you start using them, you realize they've been placed ergonomically quite well, and it wouldn't take more than a few tries for you to develop muscle memory function for them. Now, the plethora of buttons I just spoke about, as well as this large scroll wheel, operate this. It is running BMW's latest Live Cockpit Professional OS. It's got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility and can also be operated as a touchscreen system, which is new and has been introduced in this version of the BMW 3 Series. The seats themselves are quite comfortable with electric adjustment for both seats and the driver's seat getting a memory function. The visibility all around is surprisingly good thanks to the large glass area, and the sight of watching those lines on the hood lead the way is a BMW 3 Series experience in itself. The luxury line trim affords you a comprehensive feature list that includes the likes of ambient lighting, Harman Kardon sound system with 16 speakers, wireless charging, leather upholstery, 360-degree camera, and then some more. The feature list across both trim levels is quite comprehensive, and here's a gist of everything that's on offer. One feature that we found very useful is the auto parking assist, which parks the car for you. The safety net on the 3 Series is quite comprehensive across both trim levels, with 6 airbags, ABS with brake assist, cornering brake control, traction control and tire pressure monitoring system, all part of the package. If there's one thing that BMW is good at, it's carrying on its exterior design from generation to generation. Just one look at this 3 Series, even in this long wheelbase guys, and you can tell it looks exactly like its larger siblings. Just one look at the face and the first thing that catches your attention is BMW's signature kidney grille. Since the car was launched about 45 years ago, the grille has grown more rectangular and wider, but retains the same basic shape and is the central most element to the car's overall design. In this current generation of the BMW 3 Series, BMW has moved to full LED headlamps, which when combined with these muscular bulges on the hood and the overall sleek appearance of the vehicle gives it quite a futuristic touch. What's more, these chrome inserts in the bumper give the car an added premium feel. As compared to the front, the side of the BMW 3 Series long wheelbase looks a little plain, but it's nowhere short on elements to catch your attention. Highlights here include this chrome outline along the glass house, this line that runs along from the front wheel arch all the way to the rear door, and my personal favorite, these multi-spoke alloy wheels running rather chunky 225 by 50 section tires that add well to the appearance of the vehicle. It's also here that you can see the extended length of the vehicle, giving the car its long wheelbase name. Finally, at the rear, you get BMW's signature wraparound tail lamps, these chrome inserts on the bumper, a subtle boot lid spoiler, and of course the rear is the only place where you have non-logo badging, which in our case is this 320LD written on the top right corner of the boot lid. This new generation BMW 3 Series is underpinned by the German automaker's CLAR platform, making it lighter yet more rigid and stronger than the previous generation car. The car that we are driving is powered by a 2-litre turbo diesel engine producing 190 bhp and 400 Nm of torque. Power sent to the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic. This engine is an absolute legend in the BMW stable and has powered a variety of cars over the ages. Step on the gas and once you go past the 2000 RPM mark, you're greeted by a nice punch of torque that lets you go to 3-digit speeds without much effort. Given that there's so much of torque and power available, staying there too is not difficult. BMWs are all about having an involved driving experience, which this 3 Series has an endless supply of. For a novice like me, it takes corners almost flat and would need a much braver man to poke it really hard and make it go sideways. In this respect, the steering weighs up beautifully depending on your input and in no time will egg you on to push the car harder through the turns. The added length has not affected the handling in any way, and the 3 Series is still an impressive car to drive. As a part of this, BMW has added 3 driving modes: Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro, each of which adjusts the aggressiveness of the steering and throttle response. A nice little touch is that the instrument cluster turns an aggressive red when you go into sport mode. What's more, you can configure the touchscreen system to show you stats like G-forces you achieved as well as how much torque and power you're using every step of the way. However, when you need to dial back the fun and go from point A to point B, the 3 Series turns into a tame animal. The 8-speed box does its thing silently in the background, and apart from some of the diesel clatter, you don't hear much of anything. those choosing to be driven around will be quite comfortable in the back with little fuss or drama from the engine. The ride quality is impressive, with BMW managing to find a good balance between ride and handling. It's on the firm side but manages to smoothen out everything in its path sans any major drama. A part of this comfortable ride is also down to the smaller wheels and chunky tyres. Ground clearance, which is normally an issue for such cars, is quite good and will ensure that you clear most speed breakers and potholes without the need for any weaving around. But given the odd conditions of our roads, it's still a good idea to be on the side of caution. So we've spent time with the new long wheelbase BMW 3 Series, used all its features, driven it, and of course checked out the rear for the extra legroom. Now we'll answer the question, is it the only 3 Series that you ever need to buy? We certainly think so. It's fun to drive, the features are quite good, and of course the extended space at the rear now makes it the largest car in its class. The BMW 3 Series competes with the likes of the Audi A4, Jaguar XE, and of course the Mercedes-Benz C Class. It's expected to be priced in the range of Rs 44 lakh to Rs 49 lakh. For all the details on the car, do visit our website carwale.com. Thank you for watching.